Hey, what's up? It's Nicola Milan and welcome back to another tutorial. There are 4 scales that every singer needs to know, and the reason you want to know these scales is because they're in so much music. So knowing these scales is going to help develop your musical hearing, your intonation, and your ability to navigate around some of the differences of these scales. It'll improve your knowledge and your ability to hear these and to improvise. So that's why it's good to kind of understand scales and things like that as a singer. You know, it also improves your general musical theory, so you kind of want to know this stuff. If you want to be a better musician, it kind of helps to understand what it is that you're singing. So the 4 scales are the major, the minor, the dominant, and the blues. So I'm going to break these down and we're going to sing these together just so you can start hearing the differences and navigating the pitch of these 4 scales. So I'm going to do them on A below middle C just because that suits my vocal range. Ladies, just pick this song up when it hits your range. Gents, you're just going to have to sing this an octave lower. So this is my start note. Gents, you'll be down there. So when you think of a major scale, most people are used to hearing like the major triad in like pop music. But in the scale, because we're doing the entire 8 notes, you've got to consider the 7th as well. So the major scale includes the 7th, which kind of gives it a different quality, doesn't it? That's the triad, that's the major 7th. But if you're singing this in a scale, usually you don't really notice it because people are so used to the major scales. That's why we start with this one, because it's the easiest. So it sounds like this. We're going to sing this together over a do bar. We're going to swing it a little bit because this is, jazz singing channel. So it will sound like this. Do ba 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 do. So if you want to sing along with me, deep breath in, ready, and do ba 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 do. One more time. Do ba 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 do. That is your first scale. Now our second scale is the minor scale. Now in the realm of minor scales, there are a lot. There are many. So we're gonna talk about the natural minor scale, which is kind of, I suppose, the one that most people would be used to hearing in modern music. So we're going to be flattening, compared to our major scale, we're going to be flattening the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th. So this is our minor triad. And we're going to be flattening the 6th and the 7th. So as a chord, it sounds like this. Sounds a bit different. So here's our major and here's our minor. Now because you got that 7th in it, it kind of sounds a bit brighter than if I was just going to play the triad, and it will affect things when you start pitching these notes. So you've got the flat 6th and the flat 7th. So this is what it's going to sound like. So we're going to navigate over that 6th and that 7th. And we're going to do bar it, so it'll sound like this. Do ba 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 do. Are you ready? Deep breath in. And do ba 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 do. Again. Do ba 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 do. I also recommend that while we're doing this, you also learn the arpeggios. So do ba 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 do versus do ba 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 do for the major. Just kind of really supercharges the hearing, and then just play, the chord and take away the piano, which is helping you pitch. And just go do ba do ba do ba do ba do. Do ba do ba do ba do ba do. That really sort of supercharges things. Moving on to our dominant scale. Now this is found in jazz music through blues basically. So, you sing a sad Billie Holiday song and there's going to be some dominant chords and dominant scales in there. 12-bar blues is just like all dominance. So it sounds exactly like the major scale, except it has a flattened seventh. So it sounds like this. Yes. So what a lot of singers tend to do is when they get that flattened seventh at the top, they want to sing a minor scale back down because your ear latches onto that flattened seventh and you're like, oh, this must be minor. But no, you must go flattened seventh back to major. So, it's very cool. And it's going to sound like this. Do ba 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 do. Here we go. Ladies, start note, gents, deep breath in and do ba 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 do. And again. Do ba 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 do. Now, final scale, and this is a fun one because it's our blues scale. It always sounds cool no matter what you do with it. Very versatile, very useful scale. This scale is unlike the other ones, so it sounds like this. You've got that cool? Yes! Alright, so let's just sing this together. It sounds like this. Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do. Again. Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do. You've really got to navigate the do ba do la 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 la. Those semitones there. Some people find it more difficult than others. So, gents start note, ladies start note, deep breath in, here we go. Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do. Again. Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do. And those are the 4 scales that you really need to know as a singer. I've actually got a really cool product called Vital Scales, which I will link to below. And what it is it's an audio download with a PDF as well that takes you through all the scales and others as well as these. So you can listen to them, sing along with them, and practice getting to know these scales really, really well. I'll link to that below. Otherwise, if you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and all that stuff for more videos like this. And I will see you again next time. It's all blues scale stuff. Yes.